teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Now the fourth-year man, it's Cam Akers.
Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Rams defense.
Well, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. But we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
15 for the Niners there and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that...
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. And his kick here is good. And that will make it 6-0.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And this one's incomplete.
And the Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Rams defense.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Fielded at the 20. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that, totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
6-0 our score after 1. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Throw there going to be incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
56 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford going up top for Kupp. Touchdown!
Cooper Kupp.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Rams strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarter.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson.
And the Rams are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. Now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll look to set up his blockers. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy.
This one caught by Kittle.
Down the right sideline. Inside the 20.
Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Stafford to his #1 guy, Cup, for a Los Angeles first.
Back to throw, Stafford.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Stafford on first down.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing
These
by
two
with
coaching
EA
staffs
Sports
likely
halftime
going
report
through their
now
final
is
adjustments
Jonathan
for the second half.
Take it away, Coach.
One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard.
And now off to the races, down the right side.
Down the sideline he goes. He's on his way.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this is now a one-point game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to get the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On first down, Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Back to the air on second down, Purdy.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Purdy now to throw.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 36. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. A handoff left, McCaffrey. A little juke, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Finding Gray on the out route.
Touchdown 49ers.
Danny Gray.
From 21 yards away.
And the 49ers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
91 yards rushing for Akers, and this is a 1st down.
Stafford now to throw. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
A give up the middle to Akers.
Shoves him aside. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners are right back in this football game.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Now Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. He's across midfield and all the way down to the 41-yard line.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere.
Bobby Brown on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Purdy from the gun.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Purdy looking to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. It seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He starts with a give to Akers.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Stafford on 3rd down. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts him in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught on the left lane. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. Talanoa Hufanga, a first-time All-Pro last year, up to make the tackle. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
That'll be caught by Cobb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for San Francisco, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the penis, I'm a diamond and to run it back. Used to have a silver tooth but I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the penis, I'm a diamond and to run it back. First order of biz, no snitch, and I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen. And birthday, got another hit, no flinch, and I tell them send a watch that I can fit both wrists. She on the class trying to get it nigga. She think I'm a last cause I got a pass with her, and I ain't trying to let it down, but I'm not. If you was trying to settle down, get a fact. Song pull up in the city with a nice jump. Lights off, lights on. Chinese throw the chicken, need a wipe to throw the rice on. Pull up double park with all the ice on. Pick 'em like, she running up, she one of them. She pay her bills, she it up. 52nd Street, I double down, then I doubled up. 2023, and I'm the only coming up, yeah.
Can't stop till we all up in. I drop with the whole world sing. Rock when I do like this, it's the big black door.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the penis, I'm a diamond in the rough. Hey.
24 karat VVs in the stars. Rings going off like Michael with the clubs. Only one model with designers in the thugs. When we shop at Rick on, bring a bottle full of couple platinum records later, still I got the game locked. Cut my lines fresher than Tory Lane's pop. Who got his swerve and is missing every raindrop. Hit him with the then they get their brain swap. Walk around like I'm nigga with the diamonds in the clock. You ain't walking on these, I got diamonds in my socks. Might be funny like I'm Biggie, but I'm riding like I'm Pop. I'm the king of your city, get about your block. Lights on, lights off. Go on, twerk it if you know that talk. Deep dive in that, get lost. Go on, turn up if you know that you the boss.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the penis, I'm a diamond and to run it back. Used to have a silver tooth but I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the penis, I'm a diamond and to run it.
Touchdown in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already thrown by the size of me. I don't really get truth, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose my opportunity, you suck, gon' make way for a prodigy.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions? Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a good ass, so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' don't smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless, but look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it